see whether this works. So Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Here. Okay. Let's test. Let's give it a test. Testing. Let's go to the keyboard live stream. Chat should be on, I think. So let me try chat. Test. Ah, alright, it works. Sorry, I wanna offer promotion stream. Lower price, oh, it's a scammer. Damn, bro. We already greeted off with a scammer. Nice. It's not a big surprise. Consistent 60 FPS, alright. Everything is going smoothly. Should be going smoothly, I think. We'll see. Oh yeah, I should post this. Stream as KayOris. In case anybody wants to do some shit. Question is, how does it look like from here? Perfect, it looks nice. Oh, it looks so nice. Hold on, perfect. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, we have like what? 3 streams at once? Alright. 12. First switch lubing session. And it's been a very long time since I did the tear types method of lubing the switch, which is slightly more time consuming than my other lubing sessions. This is Alex's method. It was Alex's method and I followed it from him. Kind of feeling a bit different, so I'm just gonna do gonna be a little bit extra here today. Also, I'm not attaching the stream specs. I'm not attaching the keyboard specs for today because I'm too lazy for that. I hope the client didn't spill like anything, because this looks like it's a coffee. It looks like coffee stain. Which I'm not sure. We'll see. Some Valorant or GTA after this. Oh, what's this? 8 minutes ago. Straight up. Most cost effective. Comment. And I'm the first. Damn, that shit was the fastest giveaway entry ever. Damn. I should lube it like this. This is better. Oh yeah, it's so much better. Okay, I need to watch some films, honestly. What kind of film should I watch? I think I should watch Doboki. Doboki is fine. Like Doboki himself. Or maybe Tazaki. Ah, they're all making the Rainy 75 videos. Wapki has yet to reply to my inquiries, but it is what it is. Upon Near Lucid. Near Lucid's content is nice. Oh damn. Oh damn, 4 watching. Why is there 4 people? Damn, I did not see that. Okay, I think I'll watch QK75N. Can I pop this out?
QK75 was the sweet spot for QWERTY.
Oh yeah, I can pop it
Good
out.
design, good sound, great value. And even with all the new releases today, it's held up as an incredible budget option and very versatile first build for new hobbyists. Today, QWERTY Keys builds upon this legacy with the QK75N, a compact version of the same 75% layout, but with a little bit more under the hood as well. Pretty standard QK formula with the unboxing here. Inside the included carrying case is owl stabs, and I have a polycarbonate plate, carbon fiber plate, and flex cut aluminum plate. I also have a 1.2mm hot swap PCB, and in here is plate foam and PE foam. Here we can see the knob daughter board. In this first box is a coiled cable, and the second one has some branded tools, gaskets and replacement feet, and extra ribbon cables and screws. Lastly is the board itself, which has a weight protector. We also have a bottom PCB foam sheet inside. The QK75N is a dumbbell gasket mounted compact 75%. We have 3 PCBs, flex cut ANSI, non-flex cut ANSI, and ISO. All of these have wired Bluetooth and 2.4G wireless support, and are also all hot swap. The ANSI PCB supports step caps and split backspace, and the ISO PCB additionally supports a split left shift. All of these have daughter boards and utilize QK-config software. As for plates, we have FR4, aluminum, POM, polycarbonate, and carbon fiber, with FR4 and aluminum having flex cuts. Carbon fiber is a new option that wasn't offered with the QK75.
Oh
We have 14
man, it
top
works.
colorways with many more combinations, including anodized silver, black, first light, purple, and navy, and electrophoresis cream, red, blue, pink, green, yellow, gray, and white, just for top cases. Finally, the QK75N will run for between $180 and $200, which means it starts quite a bit higher than the QK75, which started at $135. I want the first build to have similarity to my QK75 build so we can compare their sound profiles. Of course, owl stabs and the palm plate, and in here go stock banshees. These are nicely high-pitched linear switches by Bolsa Supply. Next, we can add on these dumbbell gaskets, which have the addition of a little bottom alignment pin. With the inner assembly done, we can open the case, and the PCB simply magnetizes to the bottom. I can install the top case, close the case up, and on top goes GMK DualShot 2.
Oh, it's a limit. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that. Bummer.
I must have gotten really unlucky with the owl stab wires because this might as well be the worst set of stabilizers I've ever tuned. Really weird, but I don't think it has anything to do with the board itself. Besides that, the sound profile is very similar to the QK75. A tiny bit plasticky, but definitely not dull. The only way this build differs is the switch choice, which is relatively similar anyway, and the updated gaskets. It seems like every round of QK boards has a different kind of gasket, and I'm not entirely sure why because they don't seem any different besides the alignment pin. There's a decent volume, but quiet builds aren't really an issue with the QK75 either. I definitely want to try the carbon fiber plate at some point, as it's a new offering this time around, and I think fully embracing clack would work really well in this board, especially with foamless builds. Overall, I think the board is more suited to high-pitched sound profiles rather than low-pitched sound profiles, but you definitely can achieve a lower pitch using the various foams provided. The flex is decent. The thing is that the PCB is technically always touching the bottom for the daughter board connection, which naturally inhibits the flex a bit. The connector itself has some wiggle room, but the board is obviously not going to be as flexible as a similar spec configuration with the JST daughter board connection. Since I also don't have a flex cut PCB, this config really isn't going to move a ton during daily typing, so if you're looking for a board on the flexier side, the QK75N is probably not the one. The design is quite a bit different from the QK75. On top is a small screen and knob, which are both slightly inlaid. I would like a bit more alignment with the size of the board rows and columns, as it looks a tiny bit out of place in terms of the sizing.
Phew.
Custom 65% space, but it's grown outdated with a pretty foam dependent sound signature and plain design. Today, from Neo and QWERTY, we get to take a look at the Neo 65, a new budget custom 65% with a friendly price point and some interesting inspiration. Let's get into the unboxing. Before the carrying case is this accessory box, which got kinda dented during shipping. In here is a bag with a braided cable, branded switch and keycap holder, and some tools. You may also get clip-in stabilizers, and retail units should include a coiled cable. Now onto the case. First up are our gaskets and 50A gummy O-ring, bottom feet and screws, and extra daughter board cables. Next is our carbon fiber plate, wired hot swap PCB, which includes plate foam and PE foam, and the board itself in this lower compartment. We've got 2 layers of wrapping. The Neo 65 is a budget gasket or gummy O-ring mounted 65%. We have 3 PCBs, Bluetooth hot swap, wired solder, and wired hot swap. Wired solder supports stepped caps, split left shift, 7U bottom row, split backspace, and ISO enter, and wired hot swap supports stepped caps, split backspace, and per key RGB. All of these have daughter boards and utilize QMK and VIA, and are also all 1.6mm and come with no flex cuts. Bluetooth hot swap supports wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4G through a dongle. As for the mounting styles, a 50A gummy O-ring is included, but 30A and 70A are also available as separate add-ons. O-ring mounting doesn't support screw-in stabilizers, but custom clip-in stabilizers are included as a gift in retail packaging. For plates, we have carbon fiber, aluminum, FR4, POM, and polycarbonate, with plateless also being an option as the gaskets are PCB mounted. For colors, we have E-white, E-milky white, E-yellow, and anodized silver, purple, green, red, navy, and black. For weights, we have brass, copper, gold, dusk, and chroma. Gold, dusk, and chroma are a stainless steel mirror PVD. Finally, the Neo 65 will run you between $80 and $130, with the cheapest configuration being a brass weight, solder PCB, and no plate, and the most expensive configuration being a stainless steel mirror PVD weight, Bluetooth hot swap PCB, and carbon fiber plate. All case colors, regardless of their finish, cost the same, which is really interesting. In the wired hot swap PCB are TX stabs lubed with 205 grade 0 and BDZ. I'm going to add on the carbon fiber plate, and in here go lubed DD linears, a pretty quintessential high-pitched long pole linear. Next, we'll install the daughter board cable, which is going to be under this bottom weight. With the cable in, we can replace the weight, install the interesting bottom feet, and now for the mounting. We're going to test both styles, starting with these gaskets which just insert into the PCB. This shape allows the inner assembly to stay in the case through only friction. With the inner assembly done, we can connect the daughter board cable, which is actually way too difficult from this position. So we're going to take it out of the daughter board, attach it to the PCB first, insert the inner assembly, and then connect it back to the daughter board. Lastly, we can install CRP round 4. Let's take a listen.
I'm so damn tired. Holy shit.
So I was a bit scared for the sound during the build because tapping the case without the weight sounded extremely hollow, but there's actually no hollowness at all when built, even on the edges. The sound of the alphas is nice and loud, but the spacebar in this config is weak, as expected because of CRP being PBT. With the O-ring, I'd say the sound is more full and resonant. The volume doesn't really change a lot between the gaskets and the O-ring, but the O-ring does add some more lower frequency sound. This in turn helps cover up some of the switch housing rattle and tick that you'll naturally get with a plate like carbon fiber, but I still prefer the gaskets as it's just a little too much resonance for my taste. Foam might help with this, so experimentation with this board is very important. Speaking of foam, I'm very happy with the foamless sound. This config isn't the liveliest I've heard DDs, but the volume is loud, which is a good indication. With the green jackets, I prefer the O-ring for sound, as with the gaskets, they're kinda high pitched. Carbon fiber and green jackets are not a great combo in this board as they end up being very loud, so I wouldn't be afraid to use switches that lean towards the quieter or duller side, especially with the carbon fiber plate. The gaskets are actually pretty bouncy, more than I was expecting. Unfortunately, I won't be able to test the flex headroom of the board as I was only provided with the carbon fiber plate. This config is the hardest it gets, and since all the PCBs have the same thickness and no cuts, softness is completely dependent on what plate and mounting system you choose. Because I have a very hard config, the bounce is mostly even. If you press down in the center, pretty much the whole inner assembly dips down. In this case, it's basically just going to round out the feel of the long poles, and not really add any springiness to daily typing. With the O-ring, the flex and bounce are gone, and it certainly feels more harsh on the fingers when bottoming switches out. The O-ring has a lot more surface area connecting the inner assembly to the case, which really dampens the inner assembly movement compared to gaskets. With the carbon fiber plate, I really prefer the gaskets for a gentler feel, although it will definitely vary, and with this board, you'll just need to try both for yourself and decide which mounting style is more suitable to your tastes. Now let's take a closer look at the design. This board has uneven side and top-bottom bezels, with the side bezels being extremely thin, a little too thin for my liking, as it makes most keycap profiles look strangely tall. For reference, this E Milky White is darker than the CRP Alpha color and ever so slightly darker and less saturated than the JRIS65's Milky White. The sides have some small chamfering and a decent profile, where the bottom half dips into the board more. On the back is our centered recessed USB-C port. Now the bottom is pretty interesting for a number of reasons. First to note is this copper weight, which has some nice clean engravings. There's also a little lip near the bottom here to make it easier to open up. Strangely, this weight doesn't seem coated at all, so I'd expect to do some basic maintenance every so often or run the risk of patina or dark spots. On the corners here are our bottom feet with hollow centers. Just a step further would have made this board screwless, but this is a fine way to save on costs and keep the screws accessible. Notably, the feet for the bottom area are not hollow like the top two. Since the screws are technically still visible, different colored ones are included to coordinate with the exterior color, which is a nice touch, but to me, still doesn't compare to how clean screwless can look. When we remove these screws, however, we saw earlier that we gained access to the battery compartment and daughter board, but there's also this array of internal screws on both the case and weight that don't seem to hold anything together. The ones on the case are attached to some magnets, so I'd assume these are just to help align the weight, and maybe even for acoustics. With the daughter board cable needing to be attached to the PCB first, then threaded through to the daughter board, disassembly is incredibly annoying. If you're not careful and break the connection here, you'll need to open up the bottom in order to reconnect the cable. However, I'm definitely going to give Neo some props for how beautiful and neat the cable channel ends up looking. Another point of worry is that both mounting styles rely on friction to hold the inner assembly in place. I can confidently say that this friction is enough, actually way more than enough, to keep the inner assembly locked in when you hold the board upside down. To actually get the inner assembly out, with the gaskets, I recommend taking off the keycaps on one side and using a switch puller until you can grasp a corner. And the O-ring is understandably much more difficult, and I actually found the best way was just to open up the weight and push the inner assembly out from the bottom. Whatever you're doing, you're going to want to keep the bottom open anyway, since again, you will need to reconnect the daughter board here. Considering the design as a whole, one of the first thoughts that struck me was the Neo similarity to the Mode Envoy. The inspiration is apparent in both the exterior design and the building process, especially with the gasket placement. But the Neo is obviously much more geared towards cost cutting compared to the Envoy, and is actually of better value, although the Envoy definitely feels more polished. The single piece case and thin weight mean the board is extremely light, lighter than the JRIS65, but this is not to be mistaken for low quality, as the finish is excellent. Unfortunately, getting this board truly under $100 still has some heavy limitations, and you're forced to go plateless. But the bottom line is that the Neo 65 is a step in the right direction for budget 65s, and while it technically doesn't have anything to do with the QK65 besides being affiliated with QWERTY keys, it really feels like its spiritual successor, bringing significant sound and internal upgrades to the table.
Damn. That was a pretty nice video. Pretty nice.
See, no one really talking about this when it comes to 120Hz phone screens, because it is exactly the same. When I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed on the iPhone 15 Pro, I can literally... It has been 4 years since I've upgraded my phone, so I think it's time. The iPhone 11 is actually what I've been using since 2019, and there are a few reasons why I've held off upgrading. And I mean, first of all, I think these days people treat smartphones more like a fashion accessory or like a thing to flex rather than something that actually adds value to their life or like a tool to use in a professional capacity. And secondly, since the iPhone 11 came out, there hasn't really been a massive spec bump or a really attractive feature that has made me desperate to upgrade. And believe it or not, I almost didn't upgrade for another year. But I thought, you know what, 4 years later, let's see what we're working with. I do want to dive into more short form content next year. I want to share some training footage, more behind the scenes stuff, as well as just like some quirky, quick videos. And I want to make those in the highest quality possible, but still shot nice and fast on a phone. So I picked up the 15 Pro a couple of weeks ago. Here's what I think. And the first thing I noticed on the 15 Pro was that, yeah, it does feel like a more premium experience, which is not something that I expected. You know, the 11 already felt nice to me in the hand, but when I picked up the 15 Pro, I was like, damn, this feels over-engineered. It feels expensive, which I hate to say about an Apple product. It just sounds really cliche and what you would expect a tech reviewer to say about an Apple product. But honestly, it is true. It feels like a really nice, expensive phone in the hand. I think it's that smooth backplate in particular that feels really good. It just stays extremely clean, it has like a really nice surface texture to it, and it doesn't collect smudges like normal glass back phones. And yeah, I usually go for black phones, but man, this natural titanium just looked way too good in person to pass up. The camera bump and lens group on the 15 Pro is just enormous as well. I mean, take a look at this. It's the first phone I've had that doesn't sit flat on a table. I don't know, I find it kind of funny. And it is actually smaller than my iPhone 11 too, which is interesting. I do actually prefer that, but thankfully the screen is a tiny bit bigger because it has slimmer bezels. Speaking of the screen, this is an area where I just kind of went in blindly because I didn't really do a whole lot of research. You know, of course, 4 generations later, there is going to be a better screen on the 15 Pro. But yeah, I would say this is one of those like main experience differences between the two devices. The iPhone 15 Pro has an OLED display versus the IPS screen on my 11. And look, using the iPhone 11, I didn't like hate the screen when I was using it, but now looking back at it after using the 15 Pro, I honestly kind of do. The difference in contrast is just absolutely nuts. Blacks are pure black, the rest of the contrast band as well is insanely vivid, and it does have a 41% higher pixel density as well. Like most of you, I watch a bunch of content on my phone, and yeah, the screen, 4 generations later, is a massive, massive difference. The 15 Pro was also my first experience with a 120Hz display on a phone. And when it comes to high refresh rate gaming monitors, which I've reviewed a bunch of, one of the biggest things is motion clarity. That is, when you're tracking something with your eyes, it will actually appear clearer on a higher refresh rate display than it will at, say, 60Hz. And it's really interesting to see no one really talking about this when it comes to 120Hz phone screens, because it is exactly the same. When I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed on the iPhone 15 Pro, I can literally like read mid-scroll. I don't have to do this weird like scrolling and stopping thing, which I did have to do on my 60Hz iPhone 11. And yeah, there are other things too, like smoother animations and home screen swiping. That stuff is cool, but yeah, it's really the speed at which you're able to process a timeline or content feed that is dramatically better, I feel, at 120Hz. Now for some of the stuff that I'm not really too fussed about, the new USB-C port versus the old Lightning port. I mean, I only charge my phone once overnight using the same cable, so it's not really something I even noticed. The titanium edges, I will say they do get a bit oily, but it's not something that's really bothered me, and it is still way cleaner than the constant fingerprint smudged look of my iPhone 11. The action button is kind of cool. I mean, I have mine set up to open Notion, which I use for basically everything, but I haven't built up that muscle memory and repetition to actually use it. The dynamic island kind of goes in that same basket. It's more functionality in the same amount of space, which I always think is better. It's like optimizing the design. No complaints here, but it's also not one of those things that I'd solely upgrade for. This is also my first 5G phone, which is not something that I even really cared about going into it. I actually completely forgot about it until I needed to use it and hotspot to my laptop, and then I was like, damn, this is actually really quick. I was getting speeds of like 280 megabits per second when I was, downloading a Resolve Studio update. It downloaded like 5 gigs in about 2 minutes, which was really surprising and made me thankful for 5G as opposed to just 4G, which would have taken at least over 10 minutes. But the biggest upgrade here is the camera system, and this is what I was most interested to test out. Man, shooting on the iPhone 11 compared to the 15 Pro, there is no contest whatsoever. It almost feels kind of dumb to compare them because, yeah, 4 generations later, there is a massive difference between them, but it is like a completely different ballgame. The ultra-wide camera, which I enjoy using a lot to document my own work, take studio photos of a certain set or lighting setup, which worked really well, the 15 Pro looks leaps and bounds better in terms of overall quality and detail. I was finding the 11 can tend to get a bit muddy and noisy, especially in low light, to the point where I wouldn't even bother using them for something like Instagram if I wanted to, but the 15 Pro just looks super clean all the time. The main camera though is where the biggest difference is, and aside from the upgraded lens coding, the sensor itself, and even aside from the like AI computational upgrades, the big thing for me is the amount of data that you can capture. The 15 Pro can shoot 48 megapixel ProRAW DNG files, which I believe were first introduced on
That
the
was
12
quick.
Pro, but wow, the amount of detail that you can capture, the flexibility that you have when it comes to color grading and editing, you can push the image an unreasonable amount before it starts breaking down, and punching in and reframing is no issue. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's the best smartphone camera on the market, because there are a lot of great smartphones out there that I have not tried, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because the images look amazing. Now, a lot of the things that we've talked about so far have actually been introduced on previous iPhone generations, which a lot of you will know this. Even as early as the 12 Pro, we've had things like the OLED screen, the 120Hz Pro Motion, and Pro RAW photography. But the iPhone 15 Pro is the first one to get ProRes video recording, which is absolutely insane. ProRes is a file format which you really only see on cinema cameras. I don't even have this on my Sony FX3, so the fact that we have this on a phone is just nuts. In really simple terms, you can think of this as Pro RAW photography, but in video. So think of higher bit rates, much higher color grading potential if you need it, and with less of that smartphone processing and sharpening. And yeah, I've been playing around with this for a bit, and it's really impressive, especially because you can now record in log, which is a super flat color profile which captures more dynamic range. It does require color grading, but again, just crazy that this is coming from a phone. The default point and shoot compressed video is extremely good too, more than good enough for social media, and it's honestly what I'll be using most of the time for grabbing quick clips and stuff like that, especially because the file sizes of ProRes are just huge. But if I ever want to create a specific feeling or look to my video, or if I need to use the 15 Pro as a backup camera for an actual shoot, then I'll be shooting ProRes Apple Log for sure. And these camera upgrades, they're not about replacing normal cameras. No matter how many shot on iPhone cinematics you'll see, there are still real limitations to shooting pro stuff on tiny phone sensors. The biggest one being the lack of depth of field, and no matter how well you do this computationally, there'll still be some problems with edge detection and all of that weird stuff that's happening there. That's still evident on the 15 Pro. So the cinematic mode, the portrait modes, you know, they're improving, but I don't see myself using them a bunch personally. What shooting on a smartphone is mostly about though is speed. You know, the fact that we can get that kind of video quality from a smartphone that fits in your pocket, that also makes calls and can also browse Instagram, is just absolutely insane. Again, the depth of field is lacking. It's not really there compared to a full-size mirrorless camera, but I wasn't really expecting that anyway. Even if I was to shoot in ProRes, which is a much slower workflow compared to the compressed just point and shoot mode, I can just airdrop that to my MacBook, color grade it really quickly, airdrop it back to my phone, and that is like no time at all. So the bottom line is that I am glad that I upgraded, and I do have to reiterate that because going into this, I really didn't know whether there was going to be a big experience difference between these two phones. But of course, 4 generations later, there evidently is quite a big gap. And as much as I hate to admit it, I am kind of one of those cynical smartphone people. You know, I don't like spending more time on my phone. It's something that I want to do a lot less of. And, you know, my iPhone 11, it shoots good photos, it still has a great battery life, it connects to social media, makes calls, sends messages, all of that really basic stuff. But the 15 Pro is legitimately a pro phone. Like, the fact that I can incorporate this into my, you know, video workflow with ProRes is kind of insane, and I've never felt that way about the iPhone 11. And of course, the other quality of life differences as well are really nice on a day-to-day basis. The 120Hz OLED screen, the refined build quality is super nice as well. That's stuff that the casual consumers can appreciate as well, depending on what phone you're coming from. The camera system though is what is really mental on the 15 Pro, so if you're interested in picking one of these up, just be aware that is kind of like the main flex that is happening here. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using this a lot more next year.
That was quick. What else? Oh, yeah. Forgot about new jeans.
오늘 저 서점에 사서 촬영하러 왔습니다. 꿀벌이잖아요? 되게 판이잖아요.
YouTube or Twitch, don't DMCA my shit. Please.
긴장돼요. 저 주얼리 이렇게 처음 챙겨보는 거거든요. 멤버들 다 엄청 자신 있게 해야 된다고. 홈통 있게. 괜찮은지 나요, 버니즈? 지금 시도해보고 있어요. 댓글 달아주세요. 엄청 많이 찼어요. 되게 새로운 느낌 많이 시도해본 게 오늘 2번밖에 안 되었는데 아직. 아니죠, 어때요? 어때요? 여러분, 스튜디오에서 찍는 거예요? 나 지금 멤버들 전화해 있어요. 일어나라고. 멤버들아, 일어나라고. 당장 일어나. 일어났겠죠? 저 커 보이죠? 멤버들 없으니까 키 커 보이는 거예요.
Oh, what's this? What's this static? Why is it sticking?
Hi, bunnies.
Oh, did I just? Oh my god! I think I just spun with 20580.
귀여워라. 너무 예쁘니까 사진 찍고 싶은데 핸드폰 없네요. 그 버니즈 역할해줘요. 캡처해줘요. 캡처해 버니즈. 다 찍고 싶은데.
First overlap spring.
감사합니다. 저 지금 방금 4번째 다 끝났어요. 보여드리고 싶은 거 있어요. 좀 많지만
Oh shit. this
일단
is
2개만 보여드릴게요. 이렇게 있어요. 스페셜 프로필 사진. 그 자켓 촬영. 아직 못 먹었어요. 이따 먹으려고요. 그거랑 지금 안 보여드리면 보여드릴 시간 없으니까 저 지금 다 보여드릴게요. 꽃이셨거든요. 엄청 예쁜 거랑 엄청 예쁜 케이크.
Alright, I need to get something.
너무 예쁘죠? Honey, be my love. 아, and then birthdays. 따로 붙어주셨어요. Honey, please be my love. 선물 주시는데 이따. 긴장돼. 이따 열 거예요. 너무 재밌어요. 뭔가 저 지금까지 하지 못했던 그런 느낌들을, 스타일들을 많이 시도해보고 있고 오늘 I even have freckles. I love freckles, you know. I don't have any freckles on my face. And I haven't tried. I've only tried it once. 헤멧 했을 때. 그것도 너무 시크하잖아요. 어쨌든 저 이제 머리 바꿔야 돼요. 시장님 기다리고 계셔요. 바이.
This bloody stream got taken down midway. YouTube! Oh my god. How many times do you have to fucking hit me with a copyright strike? Well, it's not a strike, but you hit me with a copyright claim so many times. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, I have to re-upload that link. Because shit, it's interrupted. Again. Okay, let me try something else. I mean, let me play something else that doesn't require copyrighted material. But I have gotten trademarked, claimed once in a short. And that short was regarding a key mat video. This key mat right here. This keyboard mat. And I got trademark claim for it. And it's most likely key mat themselves, like the original key mat. But I don't get why are they trademarking me, because they're basically taking down their competitors, like feature it is, if that's how you pronounce it. They're taking down their competitors like product, like they don't want to show their competitors items. I'm not sure why. It doesn't damage their reputation in any way. It's just competition. Still not sure why. But oh my god. Jesus, fix your shit, man. Especially YouTube. It's always my streams that... It's either my streams or my YouTube shorts that are getting claimed and getting, like, being taken down. Oh, finally. Hellos. Yay! First viewer of the night after 40 minutes. This is not going to the archives. Finally. It's too loud. Jesus. Oh my god. The bloody lube. Why is there already factory lube on it? How such as I do? Wait, for which one? Which keyboard? Are you asking about what switches am I lubing or currently using as like a daily driver? Well, I don't really have any daily drivers. I swap on a basis. The ones that you are lubing right now. What's it called already? Kale. It's Kale. Kale Crystal something. kill jellyfish if I'm not wrong. Let's check. Oh shit. Clears. Kill, clear. Wait, what's the name? Oh my god, Jesus, I don't remember the name. Kill, clear, switch. Wait, hold on. Let's find it. Crystal ice. No. Kill jellyfish. Yeah, it is kill jellyfish. This one. If I'm not wrong. Yep. Back to looping. I'm gonna use my tweezers instead. I forgot that I've interacted with you once. I can't remember where. Maybe the previous stream or some YouTube comment. Shit. It's been a while since I've communicated with viewers, so I can't keep track of your names. But you have a Sage profile, so I kind of remember. Sugar 65. Ah, okay. This Sugar 65 was like 2 months ago. That video was 2 months ago. God damn. Oh my god. Right, I'm already starting not to like lubing clear switches. I can't see them. Oh my god, I can't see I can't see like the orientation. What the oh my god. I've been on and on the hobby recently. I had too many keeps and just dragon and no money. It's okay, I don't have money as well. Ah shit, I dropped it. I dropped the stamp. I haven't spent anything to haven't spent any like money on keyboard related things in quite some time. Maybe a few months already. Probably close to 3 months. Technically I've paid because technically I've used up a lot. I've used up some money, but that is only to cover some shipping fees for certain keyboard items that I didn't buy. So yeah. Is my thing not on autoplay? What the heck? It's not on autoplay. Why is my music not on autoplay? PO delivery, yes. Basically just regular keyboard deliveries from overseas. I almost had to waste nearly $50, probably $50. Almost had to spend $50 on shipping and to clear it from customs. Okay, the tweezers are not working for me anymore. They're still making my shit so oily. Clearing customs is expensive. Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. It can cost you between 20 to like up to 50 US dollars. Depending on like what kind of keyboard you're getting. Whether or not it comes with a battery, what's the weight of it. QWERTY keys shipping. Oh, damn. QWERTY keys doesn't, like certain companies, I guess we can take QWERTY keys for an example. Their tax clearance, from my understanding, their tax clearance for shipping on their products is not included when you pay for it. So if your keyboard happens to get stuck at customs, you have to deal with customs by yourself. It's no longer part of QWERTY keys or your local courier's issue, because you have to contact your customs department or something like that, and then you gotta fill in documents, this and that, and then they'll send you a link, suspicious ass link to a payment website to settle your tax payments, and then you gotta send in your tax invoice. I went through that process for just the 1060, this keyboard right here. Just recently went through that process. Thankfully, I did not need to pay anything. Some companies, QWERTY keys, at least QWERTY keys, like they should at least include like tax clearing, like customs clearance type of services. Like they should have it included in the total price, because some companies are already doing that. They have their customs clearance and their invoice documents like prepared. They already have it like pre-paid. So like, I'm wondering why QWERTY keys can't do that. QWERTY keys has been around for so long already. Why can't they step up? Certain new companies, they are already handling taxes for you, like the shipping taxes and clearance for you. Not sure why big companies wouldn't. If you don't mind me asking, since like I have nothing much to discuss about, what is the board that you got from QK? Ah. Slapped this on KTT Strawberry. Oh, wait. That's not bad. I worked on the QK75 once. And I fell. That was like my first QK keyboard to work on. But it wasn't mine. It's for a client. And I liked the build experience. I liked the process of it. I liked the features. Especially its screwless design. Sounds really nice. Yeah, I agree. The assembly process is so easy. It's fairly easy. Oh, what's that dust? Gross. Dumbbell casket's really funny. Oh yeah. In fairness, it was QK's like first attempt on their dumbbell gaskets. At least for the QK75. Ever since like their sister company Neo and like the Neo 65, Neo 70 and the other Neo keyboards came out, their dumbbell design improved a lot. But like the QK75 dumbbell gasket, the gasket was like it was basically like a Lego piece, like those flat Lego pieces. It has that scale of a Lego piece. And it wasn't really that squishy. It was quite hard. It wasn't that soft. The flex was actually not bad actually, like because of the flex cuts. If I could remember correctly, if it had flex cuts, the flex was not bad. Even with those gaskets, the flex was decent. It's not too what's it called? It's not too flexible, but it's just nice. I'm gonna head to class now. Alright. Have fun and have a nice day. Excuse me. shit. First switch. Oh shit, it actually sounds high pitched. Nice. This scale, jellyfish switches. They sound really great. I am on the verge of falling asleep, so definitely need to do something. I'll probably play Valorant, like a short Valorant session. Then I'll go back to lubing. Then after that I'll play a full Valorant match. That's to be decided. I haven't tried the new Valorant gun yet, so I'm interested. Oh shit. Oh my god. Keeps slipping out of my hand. Successful. Shit. Give me a second, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. Alright. Took a while. So let's go back here. Okay, we are about 70% done. Yeah, 70% done with the keyboard. So yeah, gonna continue looping. Just put one like decibel higher. Yeah, that's better. Okay, my brush looks damaged. So much better. Oh, I can't even tell where did I stop at. Hold on. Oh no! There's lube on my mic now. Oh, I forgot. I could just replay. Replay works. Hold on. Give me a second. Alright, I was looping here, alright. All right. Oh, fucking sucking you. hate it when the spring gets stuck at the wrong time, like at the last second. The moment I put the spring down, it just fucking gets stuck in between my tweezers. Oh my god, all the springs stuck. Okay, they're not stuck. Oh, hi there. It's been 1 hour since somebody has interacted. Welcome. Can I ask you something on problem with having my keyboard? Yeah, ask away. What's the problem that you're having? Two of my keys Z and X is broken. Sounds common that do you happen to Do you happen to have used them rapidly? Use them way too much? Let's say playing a rhythm game or anything. They show different colors to compete with, to TED to what? To every other key, and the blue barely lights up. Oh, Red Dragon. Are you saying the LED is not working? Like the LED or the blue switch? K617. Fizz. What's that keyboard? Oh, it's this 60%. The LED. It's either you have a custom preset, which some keyboard colors tend to have, like a specific preset, like a custom preset where you get to set your own colors. You might have accidentally toggled something, because it's usually based on the internal board itself. Do you think you might have done something wrong? Like anything that might have triggered it, like any RGB toggling modes or anything. I checked the software and I have all the same color, but not. Okay, so you have them on the Red Dragon software, but the light, the X and Z keys don't light up blue. They don't have the blue LED. You press F and escape. F and escape should be able to reset if I'm not wrong. If nothing works, if you're certain that it's not it's not related to a what's it called? If it's not related to a software issue, if you're certain it's not related to any internal like preset issue that you might have toggled or anything, then it's likely the board itself, the PCB itself, that is not functioning correctly, because I had a similar case. In short, it's basically just a malfunction. The LEDs don't shine like this, like they're programmed to. Correct, the LED displaying the raw color or not light up at all. Sometimes I can receive blue. Tends to happen. I mean, it doesn't happen in all cases, but there are cases where it can happen in certain keyboards. I've never tried this model before. I have another Red Dragon keyboard with me, but it's not the same model. So yeah, since it's likely the board issue, I suggest you can ask Red Dragon like directly, like their support, see what they have to say about it, because I'm no expert in their PCBs. But does it still function though? Does the switch still function? That's the key. Does the key still function other than just the lighting? Do you think Red Dragon Elf PBT is good? Let me look that up. As long as it's PBT, then it should be fine, but it depends on the aesthetics and the profile. What profile is this? Oh, it's OEM profile. Oh, wait, this is the wrong keycaps I'm looking at. Wait, there's so many elf keycaps. Which one? Red Dragon. guess the switches function as normal. You usually have it on rest, so it's not even noticeable. Okay, if you have the option to resolder, if you have the tools to do some soldering and desoldering, you could try doing like desoldering like the LEDs, like desoldering them and then soldering it back. But I advise you to do it when it's not under any warranty, because if you do it, it will obviously void your warranty of some sort. I have a key that sometimes doesn't work or it prints twice, which is weird because I don't really use it. Is your board hot swap? I just want to, because dirt and dust tend to actually self-actuate your switch, so that when there's too much dust accumulated and it will go inside the switch at some point, it would like actuate on its own on certain cases. It also happened to me. I also had a keyboard that collected too much gunk until it started pressing random keys on its own. But after clearing out the dust, after changing the switches, it went all normal. Like it just went back to normal. Oh shit. Not really sure. Description says it's hot swappable. Okay, if it's hot swappable, then you can try pulling out the keys first, and then you can check the what's it called, the switch inside first. Otherwise, you can just take it out and swap it with another switch. People say it's hard to take out the switches. It honestly depends on how tight your board is, like the tolerance it is, because the switch usually grips itself on the what's it called, the plate. So kind of depends on its quality and its what's it called, its grip. So if it's too hard, yes, it'll be deformed. It won't. That's the only way, unfortunately, to get a switch out. But it's as long as it's hot swappable, you should be able to pull out the switch. They usually break or get deformed. There's a low chance it will break, because most of the switches, like, their plastic quality should be able to withstand like the tolerance of the keycap puller. I mean the switch puller. As long as you have your switch puller aligned properly with the prongs, with like the switch prongs that is gripping onto the plate, as long as you get them to be as long as you separate them from the plate, then you could start from there to start like putting some force into removing the switch, basically just separating the switch and keyboard itself. I can try wiggling up and down. No, don't try to wiggle up and down, because that won't really do much. What you're aiming for is the prongs. So the prongs are on two sides. Wait, let me show you. The prongs of this switch. Oh, sorry. To my focus. As you can see, there's like two prongs in front, one here and one at the bottom. So what you are aiming for is to actually pull from the what's it called? From these sides. So you wiggle at this orientation rather than pulling it towards you, unless you're already relating to what I mentioned. You have 5 replacement switches, then try to just try your luck right now. You can try your luck into removing your switch. I know what you mean. The two things that you can switch. Oh shit. Like I mentioned, since you have like 5 replacement switches, you can try your luck first. Because even if you manage to break the top housing, like warp the top housing at some point, you'll still be able to use the switch. So it's only that you'll have a warped top housing. But you can try, add a bit of force. At some point you have to go really hard, but try your best not to go too hard to the point where you can start to see the top housing plastic warp, because that's not what you're looking for. Another thing for switches being like tight in the keyboard is usually the what's it called? The hot swap socket. Knowing Red Dragon, I'm pretty sure they use Otemu hot swap sockets for like previous models like yours. Their hot swap sockets are super tight, and I mean like really tight. So it takes some patience and some force. Oh, I forgot to look up the other keycap. Elf, which one was it? Elf. Oh, is this yet? This is the set that the other dude was talking about. VASQ62, if that's how you pronounce your name. In general, Red Dragon keycaps are not the best. They're not the greatest, because they'll wear out, just like ABS, just like other gaming keyboards that you would find. They would wear out after a certain period of time. Even though they're PBT is made to wear out slightly later than ABS. But in my experience, the PBT keycaps that I tried, which is also under Red Dragon, it wore out within a month or two because of my excessive use, because I also use it for gaming. Okay, hold on. I need to get something. Give me a few minutes. Bloody earphones toggled my scenes. What the heck? That's not my gaming scene yet. I still have a bit of time. Let me just pull up the keycap set earlier. So this is, I hope this is what you were referring to for the other user. Oops. Where's my shit? Okay. I hope you're referring to this. This is almost identical to the keycap set I had. Oh, look, this is the keyboard. Back to me live stream. Why's my chat not loading? What the heck? There's not enough lube in this, what the heck? So much better. hands are getting drastically oily over time. As I'm like lubing this. Oh shit. switch. All right. There we go. Oh, took a while. How long does it take to loop all my keys? Kind of depends on how many there are, and it depends on the method that I would use to loop. If I were to use my usual looping method, I think it would take around 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. If it's like a set of like maybe 90 switches or 100 switches. It depends. But 2 hours, at least 2 hours would be my minimum. If I were to do professional looping, as in like I take the longer method, it will be an additional half an hour. I'm super new to Mac keyboards. It took me 6.5 hours to loop all my TKL keys. That long? Oh my. Well, welcome to the hobby. Within like maybe over time, as you create new keyboards, as you build new keyboards, your build time will shorten by like a few minutes, like maybe 10 minutes. You'll get a fast pace of looping and building. So eventually it all comes down to maybe 4 hours to build a whole keyboard. That includes looping switches, looping stabilizers, putting on your keycaps, this and that. Do you play Fortnite? Yes I do. Oh yes. I only play custom games. I don't play Battle Royale anymore because I'm out of touch with Battle Royale. I'm only familiar with the OG season, like the actual OG stuff, the functions, this and that. I'm not familiar with all the new guns and what's it called, like tactics, this and that. Could be my massive fingers to a disadvantage. Once I get a rhythm down, I'll make sure I get better. Yes, obviously get better. Everybody with, no matter the size, no matter what size of hands and fingers they have, they will all improve. The building time will shorten by a lot. Like for me, I took probably 2 days. Like the longest time I've taken was 2 days just to probably loop, if I'm not wrong. It's either loop or build a whole keyboard, but my build processes now take like a day or two. So, but that's only for a full build, like from scratch. So yeah, my first time like modding and looping took a really long time. Too long actually, that it actually gave me physical pain, like back aches, neck aches, headaches at some point. Size doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter for, at least for hands. It doesn't matter for, I don't think it matters for hands. I'm going to subscribe to you. Please be my guest. Please be my guest. Can I add you? I don't think I have access to my current account at the moment. Cause I need a verification code and I don't have access to the verification code as of this time. The only games that I can play right now is probably either GTA or Fortnite. And maybe Apex. Wait, no, not just Fortnite. What's it called? Valo. I have a 45 wireless percent, 60% K-mod keyboard that I modded with tape mod. So how does it sound? I got this board first time for some random redditor I met at a coffee shop, but it was free, so I was gonna say no. Oh, goddamn. Hold on. Wait. Your board, your TKO board was a custom board or a pre-built, like a pre-built board that you just happen to mod? Custom zoom. Serious? You got the zoom TK. You got a. Oh damn! All right. Silk milkshakes. Isn't that novel keys? Hold on. Oh, it is novel keys. Oh. Wow. Wait. So did you have to pay for anything? All for that for Zoom TKL and some novel key switches. Not bad. Not bad. You got like one of the best budget like beginner keyboards. Even I don't own a Zoom. I've never tried Zoom keyboards before. Melitrix never reached out. I thought it was cash, but I said fuck it, but I drove 1.5 hours down south and yeah, it was. I'm surprised. In my country, nobody would ever want to give away their custom keyboard. I'm gonna buy some switches and new keycaps for it and paint the case blue or white. Not bad. Okay. Hold on, I haven't gotten the time to look up that keyboard you mentioned. Kmart keyboard. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's the OEM looking keyboards. Yeah, definitely. Like, what's it called? What's the word for it? Modding friendly or like modding worthy. Okay, that's why I'm saying I would never get good money and work it for already as a dev. I don't know anything to think of. Oh, then you are lucky. You're so damn lucky to get a Zoom. Congratulations on starting off with the Zoom. I promise you, you're gonna enjoy like more keyboards other than the Zoom. There's so many great keyboards out there. I can't even name them because I lost count and I lost track on like in like the communities like keyboard growth. You're going to your first meet at the end of the month, and I love this new addiction. Yeah, it is addicting. It's addicting, but at the same time, it's also expensive. But lucky for you, getting it free is a big win. For most like content, for most like keyboard enthusiasts, it is not cheap. Do you have a mouse that will be cheap but is good for gaming? I would recommend the Logitech G102. So I was about to say that it's expensive. Yeah. It is also a big flex that you can show off your Zoom TKL to your first meetup. make some new friends. Hopefully you can gain some more interest in like some boards that you may not have heard of at the meetup. Some people's some like keyboard people, like their boards are so extraordinary. Like I've never seen them in like Google or YouTube. The only ways that like they would show these off is either Geek Hack, which is like the underground for like tech enthusiasts, like keyboard enthusiasts, or for from Reddit. That was one of the requirements of the guy. I said I got his board, I would bring it to the meetup. Wow! It's a win-win. It's also a win-win that he requested, that the dude requested you to bring that keyboard to the meetup. What keycaps are you putting on that keyboard? Good question. I don't even know what keycaps am I working on. I have the keycaps, but I don't know the brand. I need to Google search. I need a reverse Google search. It's like a cotton candy type of theme keycap set. Hold on. Let me pull out the keycap set. Have you ever ordered from Rooters? No, never. After starting from this hobby, I've never ever bought a single keyboard item from any global store. I've only bought all of these, like bought my things from local, like my local stores, like my local Amazon. All good, been looking at keycaps. Alright, I have the keycap set here now. It's like it's giving cotton candy, so I'm gonna reverse Google search this now, because I'm not sure what is this. I'm not sure what is this keycap set, because this was given to me by a customer. Let's see. That Google search clearly did nothing. Oh my god. It's like pastel. What's your first keyboard? It was a Armageddon keyboard, like a local. It's a local brand gaming keyboard. It's similar to a Kmart. It's similar to like the Kmart keyboards. It's a gaming keyboard that had Oremu blue switches, and I still have it, but I passed it down to a family member. I'm not using that keyboard anymore. And then my second keyboard was a Royal Clutch RK860, which I unfortunately broke while I was building it. Like, I snapped the PCB as I was doing the PE4 mod. So yeah, I lost my money. I mean, like, I lost a good value keyboard that had so much potential. I hope this is good enough to find a keycap set. Well, shit, I still can't find the keycap. Need to add more keycaps. Let's add an alternate key. A shift, maybe. If I still can't find the set, then I'll just try to Google search by some similar keycap sets, and then we'll start from there. Or you will cry. Yes, it's unfortunate that I broke it, but I replaced it with another Royal Clutch keyboard that I built. I modded it and I gave it away. I exchanged it for a GMMK Pro, which was my third keyboard and also my first custom mechanical keyboard, like actual custom mechanical keyboard. My endgame will be getting an MVKB Event Horizon. Hold on. What's that? Oh damn! Holy shit, this looks like the Type 60. Wow. Wow, this is a nice keyboard. I've never heard of them before. Sexy and expensive. Hell yeah. Definitely. Do you have a TikTok account? Yes, I do, but I am not posting anything. A TikTok account for like my content creation, like my keyboards. It's not active, but you can find it through my LINKTREE. There's a LINKTREE link in the YouTube description from your end. So if you go to the description, you can find it. And then you can click on that little TikTok icon and then you'll lead to my channel. But there's nothing there. I don't have anything posted there because I'm not ready for TikTok content yet. I'm only doing Instagram and YouTube for now. You know, now that I think of it, about endgame keyboards, I don't think I have like a endgame as of now because I'm not rich. I don't have the money for it yet. But if I were to get an endgame, I think I would get like a Kohaku, like a Singer KBD Kohaku. Either a Kohaku or a Unicorn keyboard. Cause that is sexy, like the back weight is so good. Alright, let's try reverse Google searching for the third time, see whether or not I can get a proper match on these keycap sets. Nah. Nope. Well, I don't have a match, so last resort is the Google ID. Google it. Armageddon keywords, so you're from Malaysia? That's right. I keep my location low key, but yeah, that's where I live. That's where I come from. Do you have a usage idea? Do you have an idea how I can paint the case without messing up? Well, I'm not an artist. I have no experience in spray painting or any sort. But I guess you could try looking up tutorials first on how to do it. I know that you have to like do some scratching, like what's it called, sanding with sandpaper. You need to do some sanding and then some priming, like with prime sprays, and then your coats, your layers. That's all I know for like painting keyboard cases. I initially wanted to spray paint my first keyboard, the Armageddon keyboard that I mentioned. I wanted to do that, but I wasn't in the right position. Wasn't in the right position in buying those stuffs yet. So yeah. You had a buddy living there for 5 years. Damn. You loved it other than the heat and humidity. Yeah, bro, this country is fucking hot, bro. It's too hot. It's just, the weather is horrible. I mean, like, floods. We have flash floods becoming often. There's so many flash floods. There's so many heavy rains, heavy pours. Tell me if this sounds sus. I'm looking at these keycaps. They say that double shot for 82, but there are 200 keys in the set. Oh, that's a good deal. You'll be surprised to know that wait. You'll be surprised to know that you can get things that you can get sets with like 200 keys, 200 keycaps for even lower than 80. And it could go as low as $30. You live in Australia? Damn. Last time I went to Australia for a holiday was like almost a decade ago, and I went to Melbourne. You're from America? Sheesh! All the way from the other country. I mean, like from the other side of the globe. I'm assuming it's like afternoon, either morning or afternoon over there. It's 12 a.m. here, so it's late right now. Oh, it's 11 a.m. Oh, that big gap, the big difference in our time zones. Damn. Wait, why am I reverse Google searching again? Let's look it up again. Screen. What's it called already? Let's try pastel keycaps. Wow, we have a good start here. Let's try to find that keycap set that I was looking at. And not this. What's this? Nope, it's not this. They're so dreamy. Maybe dreamy is the set. Let's try. Dreamy pastel keycaps. Close enough, but this is not what I'm looking for. Maybe it's a set that is not available worldwide. Maybe it's like a local set. But it's my first time seeing this set, so yeah. Colorful oil painting rainbow design keycaps. Oh wait, let me put this tab here. It's better. I can see the chat from here. Alright. It's 2:43. Oh yeah, because Australia it's like 3 hours ahead, 2 hours ahead. My math is not mathing. But yeah. Alright, let's try. Oh wait, I could just do this. Oops. Accidentally forgot to copy this. Let's try it. Oh wait. Oh, it's the set. This is the set. Oh my god. This is the set. Wow, thank you. Oh my god. So it's $56 US. I think in my country, it would cost probably 40, either 40 or $30 US, because my country is closer to China, so most of the time it will be imported straight from China. That means the prices will be fairly cheap. I saw some of my parts from China. I even sourced the alu keyboard, like an aluminium keyboard from China, and it was like $30 US. At one point I also got the KBD fans, one of the KBD fans keyboards. I can't remember what was it called, but I got it straight from the KBD fans, like their China warehouse, straight from their China store, and it was like half the price than it was on their global website. You ordered some TX almost perfect key stabs. I wonder how TX stabs feel like. I've seen them in person, I've tried them in person, but I've never bought them. because I already have my own stabs. I didn't need any stabs. Matter of fact, I don't have any. I don't need any stabs at the moment. I'm going to bed now. It's up to you. And you have fun too. And have a good night. My stabs are terrible. They're terrible. Well, your stabs can only get better if you know how to mod them properly. That's the thing. They will only get better if you mod it. If you mod it correctly. Wait, why is it not? Oops. Why is it not switching? Yeah, okay. As I was saying, it will only get better. Like all stabs in general, they will sound good. They will give good results if you mod them correctly. I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos on modding stabs. Hope I get it down. Yeah, a mod that I would recommend, because most of the time shitty stabilizers is due to rattle. So what I would recommend is something that would reduce the rattle, that will get rid of the rattle, and that is the Plumber's mod. That's a mod that I would recommend. Like one of the first mods I would recommend. Other than lubing, other than balancing the stabilizer wires, doing the Plumber's mod will help you a lot. It would drastically improve your stabs. Not only removing the rattle, but keeping it away from rattling for the next, who knows, maybe like a year or two. This is like the holy mod. I hope you've heard of it, the holy mod. Yeah. Plumber's mod is good and the holy mod, but the only difference is that the holy mod sucks. Like, it gets mushy and it takes a longer time for it to like break down, like for it to like go what's it called, to go normal. Plumber's mod is a great mod and I've been using it for a while. I've used it in this keyboard here, but as of right now, this keyboard is only like a week old, like after I built it, and the enter key is slightly mushy because of the Plumber's mod. But all of these other keys, the shift, the spacebar, and the backspace, the mushiness disappeared. The mushy feeling disappeared after like a few hours after building, which is good to know. I'm not sure about my enter key now, maybe because I didn't tune them properly, or it's due to the fact that I added too many layers of the Teflon tape. Wait, no, Teflon tape or PTFE? I think Teflon tape. Oh, shit. This keyboard in front of me, my other keyboard here, the Gas 67, it's using the holy mod, and it's been probably 2 years already. It's been 2 years old. It's a 2-year-old keyboard. I've owned this for 2 years, and the stabs still sound good, except for the enter key. The enter key and the shift key. The enter key and the shift key are starting to rattle, but that's after 2 years, after I modded it with the holy mod. I'm trying to figure out why my number keys sound so much better than my letters. Is that because I use the letters more? Possibly. Could be it's a possibility. Unless you're talking about like your numeric keys, like your number pad. Because the sound would vary based on like the positions and how the case was made. For instance, like some cases, well, majority of the custom cases, they don't have a flat profile, like there's no internal flat profile, so the sound isn't really balanced out properly. So even with foam, some parts of the keyboard can sound good while the rest would sound trash. And it's a common thing. There is a thing called broken in switches. It's basically like the stems of the switch being weared out until they get really smooth with so like the friction just reduces over time. Is that sandblasting and re-anodizing? How's the zoom? How's your case like right now? I haven't seen the Zoom TK in so long, so I'm not familiar with its design and the what's it called? The finish. Oh, it looks like it's CNC'd. Okay. You got lilac. That looks beautiful. Wait, this CNC cutout already looks like it was sandblasted. Re-anodizing the color should be fine. But where are you gonna do your repainting? I barely see people re-anodize their case. Got a buddy. What is it called? Ooh, connections. I see. That's great. Oh, I hate this song. It's not bad. You could try to get your keyboard anodized. You wanna make a Dune inspired keyboard. Dune as in like the movie? The movie with Zendaya? Okay. So you wanna make it look like a sci-fi. You wanna make it look sci-fi. But isn't Dune basically just a desert? So like, are you going for like a yellowish type of anodization? I've never watched the movie, so I don't know. Oh damn, I'm thirsty. Baby blue anodization. Ooh. I think it will look nice. Oh, it's like it's similar to like a pastel blue. Wow, it looks nice. What about your keycap set though? Would it match? God, I need to transfer these switches out. Put them here. Shit. Ooh, Dalgona keycaps are nice. I've seen Osume's sets before. It's so good. Speaking of which, I tried to collaborate with Osume once. Unfortunately, my application got rejected because I don't have the enough target audience. Like, my target audience isn't towards people who might like the Osume caps. Honestly, Osume keycaps are good. Pretty damn good. Shit. Switch aside. Hold on. Let me look up the keycaps real quick. Oh wow! The, so you're planning to get a you're planning to match your blue case with these Dalgona keycaps. I think they'll look fine, cause of like the light color. Like, it's almost like it's pastel. It's like it's giving pastel light. Looks good. All right. Hold on. This sums up today's today's modding session. So I want to play some games. I need to swap my keyboard into a quiet one because it's so damn late. Shit. Artisan keys like Spice Girl Dune Gamer said. Hold on, I wanna look this up. Let me guess. DSA profile. Shit, I got them wrong. Whoa, the texture on them though. Honestly, they kind of look like caramel. Like those caramel blocks. Yeah, you know what, I'll just... Okay. Let's put this aside. This one as well. Oops, I almost lost chat. Okay. I probably won't use them for WASD. I don't know how that feel for gaming. Well, you'll get I guess you'll get a special, like, you'll get a special feel out of it, like the texture. And I'm honestly also curious about like the use of gripped what's it called? Textured keycaps for like WASD. I'm honestly not. I don't see the reason, like, I don't see the point why people would use textured grips. Like, just touch type at this point. It's muscle memory. It's not like your fingers would slip out and misclick, mispress another key, although that happens from time to time. But like, I still don't see the point in textured grips for gaming purposes. Right, let's pull up the games. Let's pull up the game tab. Then I will also oh yeah, I forgot I gotta change the title as well. So let's put this back here. Post build gaming session. I think that would be a good title to change. Let's see, is that gaming? Is that gaming? Yeah, gaming. Enter the game name Valorant. I want to play Valorant. So is it safe to use P4 for give all that, or worry about static? It depends. It honestly depends, but most of the time, if you were to use PE foam for like any sort of build, especially like premium builds, like aluminium builds, it won't affect. It won't. The static is not strong enough to like short the PCB. Don't take my word for granted, but like, it should be fine. PE foam should be fine. Companies do use PE foam, like the same material to what put in their keyboards, and I'm pretty sure Zoom also has it. PE foam is like 90% safe. The only time that it breaks, the only time that it's like it stops, like the only time it gets zapped by the static is only when the static is just way too strong. Like in an environment where shit is just too Jesus Christ, I don't even know the word for it, but like, you get what I mean. Not for like intense environments lah. But most of the time, all the time, most of the time it would be safe. It would be like if I was rubbing my ball on the carpet, don't do that. Yeah, please, especially for aluminium keyboards as well. Don't. Not on carpet. Not on carpet. About that, some PCBs, like some keyboards nowadays, they actually come with a PET film. They come with like a plastic film that is placed right under the PCB and the aluminium case. Some brands like Mode, they have that, if I'm not wrong, for like their newer models. They have that so that it does not get the PCB to be shortened by the aluminium. Shorting can happen. It could happen. That's why those layers exist now. Those like films exist in new keyboards. Quite a lot of new keyboards do have the film. Maybe it's because their prototypes might have gotten shorted out. Although I've never seen anybody reported it before. Not that I know of. Oh my, I've not played Valorant since this new update came out. Let's see what's new. Is there a way where I can separate chat and this window? Because it's actually getting annoying. Okay, it's good for me from here. Alright, Defiance. Here's the Outlaw, 2-shot sniper, twin barrel, singular impact, perfect kit for do or die highlight plays. Available right now between the marshal and the operator. Icebox and loader, same but different. Explore the shifted ruins of loaders and embrace the core as fresh changes. Store on Icebox. Kuronami, Cold Steel, Torrential Force. Sharpen the shadows and channel the storm with the Kuronami skin line. Available now in your shop. New battle pass at the trend. Cute cutting edge and killer new styles and cosmetics in the Axe battle pass. Get it now and start the climb. Oh damn. Thank you for your competitive climb. Shit. This is not what I was looking forward to. Ooh. Oh, so many people are online today. Let's see. Alright, we got a shit store. Oh damn. Oh damn. What the... That looks beautiful. Oh, there it is. The Outlaw. Oh damn. See the battle pass. Okay, it looks shit. Alright, start off with deathmatch. Actually no, let me go to the range. Practice range. I wanna take a look at this new gun. I don't think I need this anymore, so I'll just get rid of this squad. Ooh. Nice. Good night or see you soon. Yeah, see you soon too. Have a good day. Have a good weekend, if I'm not wrong. Unless it's still a Friday in America, because it's a Saturday now. But have a good week. And enjoy just doing your Zoom TKL. fuck? Shotgun shells. And the reload is so. Oh my. The reload is so slow.
They are so dead.
Oh damn. I guess get how they're gonna scroll my phone, my phone, bonus time, because it's free. I also do it. I'm gonna do it. Try and do it. Somewhere. Let's fight this side. Bro. Ma'am, please touch some grass.
That works. A gift. That's a good spot. That works. A gift. That's a good spot. That works. A gift.
What the fuck? Okay, my frames are dying. Holy shit, it's actually dying. Okay, on second thought. Yeah, on second thought, I'll just. I'll. I'll end the stream. So, yeah. Is there an ending? Not sure if there's an ending. Hmm. I don't think there's an ending. Alright then. Oh yeah, there is. Hell yeah, there is. Alright. So for those who might be still around, thank you for joining. It's been a good 3 hours if I'm not wrong. It's been a good yeah, it's been a good 3.5 hours streaming this. I'm tired. I'll most likely continue the modding tomorrow. Most likely. I still have to assemble the keyboard, so yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Thank you to the people who interacted. I was bored as shit, but thank you. Alright. See everybody tomorrow.